Hi, it's Angela Meiritz-Reid here, Stampin' Beauty in Christchurch, New Zealand, coming to you from my Facebook Live. So I'll just hang around and wait till some of you pop on. Always takes a wee while, doesn't it, for the notifications to pop up. Of course, the cat, I can hear her. I've locked her out. But my husband's home, so hopefully he might take her away. So I hope wherever you are, it's nice. And looking forward to the weekend. Got a few things planned, so that's nice. I thought, oh, hi Gay, nice to have you here. Thanks for coming along. And Lynette, nice to have you here too. Thanks for coming. So it's a bit dull here today, but hopefully the sun might show up at some stage. It's supposed to be sunny. And Sharon, hi, nice to see you too. Oh, sunny Queensland, yes, I'm sure it is. And warm. It's a bit average here, but that's okay. I was going to say it's perfect crafting weather, but really you can craft in any weather, can't you? So I'll just wait before I turn around and get started. I thought I'd do kits again. Oh, showers in Hamilton. Yeah, it's been a bit drizzly here this week. I think it's probably coming down from Auckland. It's been pretty bad up there, hasn't it? As long as we don't get anything too bad. So I thought I'd carry on from the kits that I was doing last week. So, and as I said, if you ordered a kit by the end of the month, then you go in the draw to get this one. I'll put everyone in the draw to get this kit. And then also everyone that buys a kit, I'm popping in the post 3 extra cards to make. That'll be either from, well, for the ones that ordered last week, they'll be from other kits. But this week, I'm going to pop some in the post that I'm going to show you today, just ones with for men. Because I think mail cards I don't really make a lot of mail cards. Don't know why. Maybe there's because there are more flowers and, you know, those sort of floral images that I like. But I've got that new DSP out of the mini catalogue, and I thought I'd do some show the kit that's the for the guys kit, and then show some cards using that DSP. So just to show a bit of versatility. So I might turn you around now, and we can go. And also, I thought later too, I might, if I remember, maybe I should show now, the kits. There are so many kits that you can buy. So I might just see if I can see how successful this is. I thought I'd give this a go. So add that to the stream. So hopefully you can see that. Oh, and then I can go down from here. Actually, if I go here, that hopefully that shows you. But oh no, that's not working. Stop sharing. Why is that not? I was doing it before. Stop sharing. I shouldn't play with technology. That's not working. So what I was going to show you, I'll just see if I can share screen. Kits collection. Hopefully, oh no. I don't know if that's working. No, sorry, we'll give that a miss for today. I was going to show you, hopefully show you the kits in the collection. But if you go onto the Stampin' Up website and just put in kits collection, it will show you all the gorgeous kits. So there are lots to choose from. So something for everyone. And you know, the stamps you can use for later on too, if you get one of the kits that has stamps in it. Anyway, I'll swap over and we'll get making. So do that. Remove me and mute that. So hopefully we're good to go. So this is Oh, hi Melanie, nice to have you here. I'm showing the card kits. So this is the mail. So in the kit, and I haven't even opened it, you get the Mossy Meadow little Stampin' Spot. And then I have opened it because I've been practicing with the stamp set, but I haven't opened the rest of the kit. So it's got lots of sentiments in here. That doesn't really show up, does it? Just a bit of sharp. Still doesn't show up very well. It's got happy to you, Father's Day, birthday, anniversary, dad, in 2 different fonts. Thank you, nephew, son, for all you do. I love you, grandson, brother, uncle, grandpa, and friend. So got lots of mails covered in that. So I just thought if I open it all up while you're here, and then you can see what you get. So, and it's got great instructions. So, and you get a block. Not all of them now are having blocks because they're sort of, it cuts down the price a bit if you don't put the block in. And then a sheet of dimensionals. And look at these. These are so cute. These are little mini envelopes. Oh no, actually they're not. Sorry, they go on the card. They almost could be little mini cards. So no, they're if I look through properly on here, they go on here. So they go on the card front there with that sentiment on the top. So you get these, all the envelopes in these kits are just gorgeous because look, they're all lined with coordinating, so that coordinates with what's on that. And then these ones here have the wood grain that's on there too, so super cute. And then you get all these die cuts, and these, which are these die cuts here for sorry, probably not very good. Yeah, there, so you can stamp on. And these ones here stamp on here. And then you've got really good quality card bases, and they're all scored. And then more die cuts. So these are for across here. So and they've even got the wee score line, so you can, it sort of raises it up a little bit. And then these are the trees along here, and the dots. So this kit is $40, and you get 8 cards. So that makes it so much more reasonable than even going and buying, you know, a card. What are they? Some, you know, $7, $8, $9, $10. So, you know, if they were $10 cards, you know, you're only getting 4. So, and then this you're getting 8. So, really worthwhile. So, makes gorgeous masculine cards. So, what I thought I'd do is show you, because you're going to be, once you've made these up. And Myrtle, nice to see you. Thanks for coming along. Once you've made the cards up and you've given all those out, used them, you're going to be left with still the block and the Mossy Meadow. And actually, I've just used my own one quite often. Pop that in my parcels for people. But you've got the stamp set. So what I thought I would do, get rid of all that stuff, is make some cards, and just to show you with using those stamps again. And I'm going to use the Hey Sports Fans 12 by 12 cardstock, and the DSP, the fan Bakers Twine that goes with that. There's also a blue, and there are these two, these resin stars. So what I did is I went through and I cut out on one of the sheets, or a couple of the sheets, has all these great little designs of things in different colours. So I spent one night in front of the TV just cutting those out, and then created I made this card and this card. So, because in New Zealand, I'd say we're not hugely, you know, and this is sort of a baseball sort of oriented set, but that's not sort of our big game here. But I thought I could work it with some of these little images to make it work for anything. So I thought I'd show you how I made these, but I'm going to make them with some of the other DSP papers in here, just so that then you can see that you don't just have to use these ones that I've used, but you still use the same layout. So I'll start with this one here. So I've got the colors. It's really good too. It's got it's just got 4 colors in it. It's got Bumblebee, Evening Evergreen, Night of Navy, and Poppy Parade. So this is the Evening Evergreen. So I've cut a sheet of that one down, and that I can tell you what size that is. It's 13.9 by 9.5. So I'm just going to stick that onto the base with some dimensionals, because I just want a bit of height on the bottom piece. I'll just pop those up. So has anybody got anything exciting planned for the weekend? We're not doing too much, but I kind of like those weekends sometimes when you haven't got too much planned. Hopefully get in here. I've got a few projects I need to get caught up on. Oh, hi. Sorry, how do you pronounce your name? I'm sorry, I don't. And from Vermont in the USA. Wow. Thank you for coming along. Oh, Amanda and Grace are here. They're just around the corner. I'm going to pop around and see them later. So just pop that on there on that angle, and then I'm going to pop this one, and this is just slightly smaller because you need it so you can get to see more of the background. So that is 12.4. No, is that 13.4? Sorry, I need a better ruler, by 9. So in that one, I did lift that up a little bit too. Don't want anything looking too flat. So we'll just get some more of those dimensionals on there. Just get those stuck. That always feels like that when I'm doing that sort of thing, taking forever. Oops. I think I've got them all. So that one, I want to put that on an angle. So it looks like it's on an angle, but actually it's straight up from the bottom, so that you've got something to line things up with, so that everything doesn't look too wonky. And then I'm going to use that red flag, bring in a bit of colour, and I thought I'd use I would use a bit of twine actually and twist that around on the back of there. So I might just more dimensionals. Need a new sheet. So I'll just pop those on. Oh, actually, tell a lie. What I might do is I'll just put the twine on first and then add the dimensionals around the twine. So I'll use this my Stampin' Seal and just pop that along the back, because I find that works really well for putting the twine. So I'll just do some twirls of twine. It's actually a bit, oopsie. I'll just try and straighten it out a little bit. It's going to work, I'll see. been wound around there. It's quite curly. It's a bit better. So just put a twist down there. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. And then another twist. I'm going to do the same up the top, just sort of offset it a little bit. Right. Never know until you turn it over how it's going to look, but hopefully, oh, that's okay, so it's sort of offset. And so I'm just going to put the dimensionals around that. Just pop them sort of in amongst the twine. Oh, over there. The twine's not too thick, so it should be okay. Just take those off there, and then I'm just going to stick that there. And then this paper has very vanilla in it, so I'm going to use, got some very vanilla cardstock, and use my foam, because these are photopolymer stamps. So I'll do maybe happy birthday, and have to think who. Oh, I could do nephew. I could send it to my nephew. To think what other are there? Brother, Father's Day, anniversary, uncle. Yeah, nephew. I think I'll go with nephew. So it doesn't really matter. Pop these on, and then the colours, as I said, are Evening Evergreen, Bumblebee, Poppy Parade, and Night of Navy. So I might try the Bumblebee on that. Let's see. And so you can either just trim them down once you've stamped them. Got another one of those. Oopsie. Hi Marg, nice to have you here too. Thanks for popping along. You could even, oh, that's turned out green. I don't know why that is. I'll try that again. Nope, still probably, maybe I didn't clean it properly. I'll do another one. One over here. And then I'm going to use something that I always use, which is terrible because it's not around anymore, but it's a classic label punch, and it works really well. But otherwise you could just trim them with your trimmer, or if you've got another punch that works that sort of similar size. This just works perfectly, and I don't have to worry about straight edges because I know it's straight. And then I'm just going to cut those edges off. Managed to make those straight, I think. Yeah, men's cards are, I don't know if why I don't do so many. I guess we're probably fairly woman heavy in our family. And then I'm just going to put those all on with dimensionals. So I've just got some half ones. They work really well when you're just doing little strips like this. See, a couple more on this one. So happy. Just pop that up on the end of the flag. I thought that worked quite. Just take it up. Oh, actually, that end's going to come off the end here, so I need to put another one just to lift it. So it's going to be double. Oopsie. fingers and thumbs today. We were a bit late last night. We watched a movie. My family were watching it, and I'd been in a meeting, and once I'd finished the meeting, I started watching it, and it was really gruesome. It's called Prisoners. It had Hugh Jackman in it. I don't know if any of you have seen it. So, and then just lined those up there. And then I thought that these ones here, I'd cut the stars out of the DSP, but otherwise you could use these gorgeous resin stars. I love the American flag. There's something about it that's just very classic with the colours. So that's what these remind me of. So I'm just going to use, so I'll probably bring in the green again, I think. So I'll just pop a couple over here. Use another big one there. So there is the first card. So I'll just get rid of my rubbish, otherwise it's going to stick to everything, don't they? Those backs of the dimensionals. Find them everywhere. Yeah, so that's a really good way of using that stamp set, but also using that gorgeous Hey Sports Fan paper to make some fairly, you know, and how different they look just with the different papers. Probably can't see that one there. I'll bring it up. It's got stripes in it, so quite cool. Right, so that's that one, and then I thought I'd make another version of this one here. So I've got all the Poppy Parade colours for this one. I haven't even cut it ready, so I thought I'd do all that now. And I'm going to use the Poppy Parade base as well, so we might as well. So that is just the size of that is just 5mm smaller. What I tend to do when I get my DSP is I just cut it straight away in half, so the 6 inches, so it sort of works with the paper, and then at 4. So you've already got, and if I do all of them, then I've got them all at this really easy, manageable size. So then I'm going to cut that down to the right size. So the bits that I cut off, I quite often use for inserts, just to make the insert look pretty. So I'm just do it at 5mm smaller that side, and then 10 on that side. And then I just want to have that little strip, and I'm just going to stick that over the top. It just make it a little bit easier. So that one there, that strip it's about 2 centimeters, which is about 3/4 of an inch. And I want to get as much of the red, sort of want it, I'll explain it. I don't want the cream on the cream, so that's going to be 2 centimeters, gives me, I cut down there, I'm going to get a bit of red on both sides. Not even, but I'm not worried about that. Or you could alternatively have done it that way, got the stripes going this way, but it doesn't matter too much. So I'm just going to glue that down the edge there. Yeah, we've watched a few funny movies, well, not funny, as in funny ha-ha, but probably funny peculiar. We watched one called Windfall the other night. That was really interesting and odd, but and a little bit gruesome as well, so I don't know what's going on with us about that. Actually, I might do it this way. And I've got more of the red on the outside edge. And then I'm just going to trim that little bit off edge. Let's take that in there. And I'm going to use more red. Just going to put that. Well, it's not, well, it's Poppy Parade, isn't it? It's pretty. So we've seen all the new colours coming through, so that's exciting as well. It's always sad to see the old ones go, because you kind of get a bit attached after a couple of years, but then once you're into the new ones, it's exciting as well. So just a little bit of a bow, and just move that up a little bit. Okay, and then I'm just going to pop that straight on the front. I'm not going to worry about any dimensionals. Leave it a little bit flat. And just press it down a little bit. And then I've got the same little cutout that I'd done just in the Night of Navy for this one, and then Best Day Ever and the Bumblebee. So that one there I put on dimensionals. Some those on there. Don't need too many. And just tuck that in up there. And then this one here, I'll just put a dimensional just in that corner that's going to sit out here, and then a bit of glue on this corner. So just tuck that in there. And that I made Happy Father's Day, which for us is miles away, so very organised. Can give them to the girls to give to their dad, or my stepdad. And so this one I think I might even do in the green, just to change it up a little bit. So I think when you've got a DSP and you've got all those colours that are already in it, it does make it easy to pick something that works. And then my foam mat again, and what shall I do? I'll just so you can do I love you for all you do. That might work quite. Sarah, be quite good of it. Oh, thank you. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just make it totally as a thank you card, because they're always handy. And that is a little bit tight to go in that punch, actually, so it probably is better just to cut that one out. Just use my little trimmer just to make it slightly bigger, it won't matter. Nice and even, that's the main thing, more than anything else. Just trim a little bit more off the bottom. So that works reasonably easily. So I'm just going to tuck, so you could tuck that, depends how it looks, sort of over there. That might work all right. Down there, maybe there. Try that, and I'll do the same thing as I did before. Just pop one of these on the end. And then I'm just going to put a bit of glue on here. Hi Julie, nice to have you here too. Just doing mail cards for a change. You've got quite a few men in your family. You're probably more used to making mail cards, and I am. And then put some of these stars on again. So I think might bring out the Night of Navy. These are such cool stars. So just do a couple down here and one up the top. I might even just pop it on there. So, and you could, oh, thank you. You could do, see, it just shows you how different they look. So bring it down a bit. Just using different colors. So you can use these sort of layouts for anything really, any cards. And then the other two, same sort of idea, just getting something a bit different. So I'm just using those stamps from that kit. So yeah, so there you go. That was pretty quick and easy. And yeah, as I said, with the kits, anyone who buys a kit goes in the drawer to get the this one here, this that you can't buy anymore, the expressions in color. So it's got the bits and pieces, got this gorgeous stamp set too, which be able to make some lovely things out of that. Got all the bits and pieces without me opening it, but you know, like the others, beautiful cards, card bases and envelopes, always beautiful quality. And also I'll pop some extra little cards in the post, so you can make up something else yourself, some of these sort of cards. So, oh, thanks, Lynette, that's kind of you. So yeah, so thanks very much for hanging out. That wasn't too bad, too long, was it? And hope you have a nice weekend wherever you are, and I'll catch up with you next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.